agenda is today coming to you live from Gurudwara Rakab Ganj. It is this place which was the site of riots in 1984. In fact, what we're talking about is what exactly happened over here at this Gurudwara on the 2nd of November. And actually behind me you can see the memorial for 1984, which has been in the process of being built for the last 3 years. It's still being done. And if you notice, some of the paint of the sign over there is faded. So the question that we're asking is, like that faded paint, is the issue of 1984 riots also faded now? That's what we'll be talking about as we look at the controversy surrounding Congress promoting Kamal Nath, someone who has always been a controversial figure in the entire 84 riots issue. And we look at what some of those key players are saying. First, let's just see what Kamal Nath said about why he still deserves to be in charge of Punjab, even though he remains so controversial.
Well, for 21 years, nobody made any charge at me. There was no statement, there was no case, there was no criticism. Suddenly, 21 years later, somebody went to the Nanavati Commission. And you must remember the Nanavati Commission was a commission set up by the BJP government. Somebody went to the Nanavati Commission making allegations. The Nanavati Commission's report, which is on the internet, has absolved me, has said that in no way I had either instigated or had participated in any riots. This was the end of the matter. There has never been any charge against me. This matter came up in Parliament. There was no charge by the Akalis themselves. Till yesterday, no Akalis have made a charge at me for all these years.
And now Arun Kejriwal, who has made this attack against you and basically working on that entire perception that you are involved. So how are you going to counter that, the perception game?
Well, I think the perception game is very clear that this is politics, and probably he finds that he's slipping back in Punjab, so he has to bring up this issue, and we'll deal with it.
Sunil Prabhu there speaking to Congress leader Kamal Nath about all the controversy surrounding his appointment over there. So let me just introduce the experts and the key players who will help us understand what this issue and why Kamal Nath's appointment and latest assignment in Punjab is such a big deal. We have, of course, H.S. Fulka, who has been the lawyer for a lot of the riot victims, but now he's also become a political player in this. He's, of course, as you know, an AAP leader. Manoj Mehta, who wrote the book, The Tree That Shook Delhi, incidentally with H.S. Fulka. Manoj Mehta is an author, journalist. He'll explain to us what all the commissions that have been set up through the years, what they've been able to come up with, what they've found about Kamal Nath. And from Akalis, we have Jaswinder Singh Jolly. So the first talking point really is that Nath's appointment. The Aam Aadmi Party, the Akalis have all called it an insult to the Sikhs. You've heard what Kamal Nath said. He said the Akalis never had a problem with him before. It's only because of elections and politics that you're saying that it's an insult to the Sikhs.
No, he's wrong over here. Akalis every time objected to his involvement in the ministries, giving tickets to him as an MP for MP member parliament elections. Akali Dal always objected to that. And I just want to ask one question to Mr. Kamal Nath. I heard him speaking. I want to ask him, कि your supremo, your party chief is dead, body lying at Teen Murti. What were you doing on that same day at Rakab Ganj Sahib? You are not such a big follower, or you daily come to Gurudwara Rakab Ganj Sahib. That also leading the mob, as per the Sanjay Suri book. I have read the book. He says he was here and leading the mob with the mob, and police was watching silently and not doing anything.
Yes.
Mr. Kaul, Mr. Jatav, all the leading police DCPs of the area, they were just watching him not doing anything.
Okay.
I just want a simple answer. What was he doing on that
Well,
day?
Mr. Kamal Nath,
leaving Teen Murti and standing at Gurudwara Rakab Ganj. What was the motive behind that?
We've only played out Kamal Nath's interview, but Charan Singh Sapra of the Congress party joins us from Mumbai. Mr. Sapra, would you like to comment on what the Akalis are alleging?
Yeah, of course, whatever Mr. Jolly is talking about now, I feel this is for the investigating agencies or the various commissions who have been looking after this case. It is for them to investigate. Now, we cannot sit on a media and do a media trial when various commissions have worked on it. various investigating agencies have worked on it, and everybody has absolved Mr. Kamal Nath of whatever charges they are putting up today. I feel, today Akali Dal is short of issues and Akali Dal is desperate. Akali Dal has lost it completely, and of course they want to divert the attention because they have failed miserably in the form of governance in Punjab, and BJP is also equally responsible for that. They have reduced the Ubharta Punjab to Udta Punjab today. Now this is what they want to cover up. As a cover-up story, they want to bake this story of Mr. Kamal Nath and get political advantage out of it. This is what the case is.
This issue is started by the Congress, and every time before elections, maybe Delhi, maybe any other state where maximum number of voters or there are maximum voters which are Sikhs, always Congress plays a sentimental card which is hurting the Sikh sentiments. Who appointed Kamal Nath as in charge of Congress? Not Akalis. It is Kamal Nath is appointed by the Congress. Why are you appointing him? You are appointing just to
give. We've heard your point.
You have given you have cleared your position. Congress has clear position that they are against Sikhs and they will never
a royal Punjab to a mere Udta Punjab. The farmers are undergoing suicide over there.
Congress was
What about the employment over there?
I think let's hear.
Militancy at the top. What are you talking, Mr. Sapra?
Okay.
At the time of Congress, there was a maximum
you won't be heard
militancy.
with the mic. Now, I just want to, it's not just the Akalis. You've heard what the Congress has said. Now, one of the points that Kamal Nath makes, that Congress makes, Mr. Phulka, is that there have been so many commissions. And what's interesting is that we have what the Nanavati Commission has said very, very clearly about this. And they seem to feel that it's not enough evidence. Whether it is even Mukhtiar Singh, the witness who was here, they say he was too far away. And they say that Sanjay Suri's evidence as well, we'll read that out for our audience members, for our viewers in just a bit. That was also, it didn't indicate any kind of instigation on his part. So how is it that Aam Aadmi Party or you are making these claims against him?
Two things. First of all, Kamal Nath saying that his name has never figured in any commission and never before. After 21 years, it came in the 2006 before Nanavati Commission.
Yeah.
Captain Amrinder Singh, the Punjab Congress president, has today made a statement that Kamal Nath is not involved. He gave clean chit to Kamal Nath, and he said that Kamal Nath is appointed at his request because he wanted an experienced person like him.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you, let both of them correct their facts first. They know it, they are trying to mislead the people. Kamal Nath is the one leader whose name appeared on 2nd November 1984 on the front pages of the newspapers, number one. On 3rd November 1984, again, his name appeared in the newspaper that he was leading the mob at Gurudwara Rakab Ganj Sahib. This is the place. Now, another thing. Third thing, his name figured in the report who are the guilty, which came out in November 3rd week. The police gave the report in the last week of November to the Lieutenant Governor. Police admitted that Kamal Nath was present there. Now, his name also figured before the Mishra Commission. His name has been figuring on before every commission and inquiry which has been going on since last 32 years.
Yeah.
But because of his money power, because of his political power, no case has been registered against him. That's one.
Okay.
Now, number two.
Yeah.
Mr. Kamal Nath is saying that Akali has never blamed him. I think to some extent he is right. He says Akalis have no problem. It appears that Akalis do not have the problem with him even today also.
Okay, but I think that's digressing. Manoj, I want to get in over here. I know that H.S. Phulka just made the point that it was there in newspaper reports, but is that enough? Because if really his, and you know what's interesting is that Sanjay Suri's point, I just want to quickly read out what Sanjay Suri said, because that's what Nanavati Commission also, he says that, yeah, did I see Kamal Nath leading a mob? No. But what I had seen raised disturbing questions about just what Kamal Nath was doing there. That's what Sanjay Suri says in the book. So there are suggestions, but is that enough to indict him, Manoj Mehta?
Well, it's not just Sanjay Suri's testimony. There were also testimonies from the two senior-most police officers of the time, Subhash Chandan, Commissioner, and Gautam Kaul, Additional Commissioner.
Right.
They also happened to be here on the spot, and they all acknowledged the presence of Kamal Nath, and moreover, it was Kamal Nath himself who admitted before the commission, before Nanavati commission, that he was present. He had no option but to admit so. And this is something that is exceptional, because even in a case like, say, Naroda Patia, which is the only instance of a political leader, a sitting minister being convicted,
Yes.
right? Even in that case, this Maya Kodnani did not acknowledge her presence. In fact, she
Yeah.
denies that she was anywhere near the scene of violence. But in this case, Kamal Nath admits that he was there, and the Nanavati Commission therefore says, yes, you were there for 2 hours, and it is the reply, the defense you are giving is very vague. You have no explanation for what you were doing there for 2 hours, and it also found it strange that he left this place without having a word with the police officers on the spot.
Right.
And it said, as you pointed out, that there may not be any categorical evidence of his instigation or his leading the mob,
Right.
but that he was there on the spot, that he was interacting with the mob,
Very
and
interesting.
that this violence took place, and there were 2 people who were roasted alive in his presence. You know, all these are established facts.
Okay, so
There's only one thing, let me
Yeah.
tell you what the law is. The law is anyone whosoever is the member of that unlawful assembly, and whatever crime that unlawful assembly commits, that person is also liable for that. So what has to be proven? That the Kamal Nath's presence in that unlawful assembly,
Okay.
and the crimes committed by that unlawful
Yes, of
assembly,
course.
those are more than proved.
So, okay, but the thing is, obviously, while talking over here, you're all experts in this. I understand. Yes, Mr. Sapra, I'm just coming to you. I'm just saying that we are not a court. We can't decide the sanctity or the merits of all of these evidences that have been given in various commissions. However, Mr. Sapra, here's what I want to ask you. Isn't politics about perception? And the fact that even the Nanavati Commission notes his presence there, and the fact that so many political parties are complaining that he has been associated with the 84 riots. If for a political party, does it make sense to still make him in charge of that sensitive issue in the state?
See, these riots, it has been 32 years now. In past 32 years, there have been successive non-Congress governments at the center also, in Punjab also, and even in Delhi. Probably in center, when NDA government was there, Nanavati Commission was formed. But why did not hang the culprits of the 84 riots? I am trying to ask that. When BJP was in power, when BJP was power in the state, Delhi, when BJP Akali Dal was in power, even today they are in power in Punjab. Why they are not hanging these culprits? Even NDA is today in power in Delhi. Why they are not hanging the culprits of 1984? With due respect to Mr. Fulka, one moment. I'll take just 30. I'll just take 30 seconds. I'll just take 30 seconds. With due respect to Mr. Fulka, he has been fighting the cases of innocent 1984 riot victims. I would like to ask Mr. Fulka, out of hundreds of cases of 1984 victims, has he been able to win at least one case? Does he want to say that he's a weak advocate, or does he want to say that the Indian judiciary is biased? Let him come on record and say what is happening to all these cases. Why you are just making politics out of it?
No,
That is not good. Today the Sikh community wants to know why no case was won.
What a great defense by Congress. Oh my God. What a great defense by Congress. It is, according to whom, it was not the responsibility of Rajiv Gandhi, Prime Minister, to get the guilty punished. It was the responsibility of Fulka. According to whom, it was not the responsibility of Narasimha Rao. It was the responsibility of Fulka. Look at the defense of Congress. That is the whole problem. That they feel the Congress is there only to rule on the people, not the responsibility. Now, number one, let me tell Mr. Sapra, I was the one who sent Bhagat to jail. I was the one who was instrumental in sending HKL Bhagat to jail.
Like this,
You
it's
switched
not
on
like
to
this.
Aam
Mr.
Aadmi
Sapra,
Party.
please answer
You are
my
exposed,
question.
Mr.
I asked you a
Fulka. You have been
political question.
taking
Mr.
fees
Sapra,
from the
we've
various
heard you.
organizations
Please
to
answer my
file these
question.
cases, to fight
It's a
these
political
cases.
question. Aren't you losing the perception game by making Kamal Nath, who has always been a controversial figure when it comes to the riot, isn't it a perception? Forget the commissions of inquiry, forget the Nanavati and his name being there. We're asking you, is it a perception problem? So many people are raising questions. Is it a perception problem for Punjab, for him to be made in charge of Punjab?
I don't think so. If I see a public point of view the people of Punjab or the people of Delhi or the Sikhs of Delhi, they want development, they believe in development. That is why they had elected Congress on 2 occasions in Punjab earlier, and that is why they had elected Congress government in Delhi on 3 occasions. What do you think? It was without the Sikh votes that Delhi we could form a government? What do you feel? It was without the Sikh votes that we could form government in Punjab on 2 occasions?
No, I want you to answer my question. We wanted to ask you that many people feel that it's a calculated move to get the Hindu votes in Punjab. Is that correct?
It's a move by the Congress. It's just to hurt the Sikhs and take the benefit out of it. Mr. Sapra, can you answer me one thing?
No, please answer my question first. I'm asking you, many people feel there's a considerable chunk of Hindu votes and it may be
Madam, see, they are playing their own card, but they are playing with the sentiments of the Sikhs. Sentiments of Sikhs, they are hurting the Sikhs.
Okay.
We very well know Mr. Kamal Nath was there at the time of the scene when the crime was going on. 2 Sikhs were burned. And we have the witness in our Gurudwara committee who knows Kamal Nath and he saw Kamal Nath.
Sir, you made that point. We're going to take a short break now. The question really is, when it comes to elections, it's about the voters. Remember, majority of the voters are now young. They were all born after 84 riots. So we'll ask some of the young people over here whether this issue still connects with them. Stay tuned for that.